You don't understand the ballot paper?
I mean, you're paid something like, what's it, 63,000 per year, which is more than the Prime Minister and a lot of public officials. You pay something like $4,000 in rent per month. There's a driver. You have a new car coming, 30,000 US. How can you justify that? I mean, that does seem extravagant.
Well, first of all, I wasn't aware that this interview was to discuss my contract.
These houses are rented. They are not sold.
Each day we have been rehearsing in terms of where we'll locate the press at every coverage so that they can have full view of the Queen.
Tranquil haven of democracy. The scene is more reminiscent of Bosnia with palm trees.
I then I'm a bed and the policeman and got robbed down my house. I did not find nothing. I got buy and they tell me about me that gang bang my tattoo me.
Because the kids are hungry for knowledge, you know, when they lack of their teachers. What happened to this generation that the shepherds has run away from the sheep and they don't realize, we blame the picnic with the gun. I think enough for their fault. Because you don't find them kids who grew up. I don't care what color they, black, red, blue, green. Any kids who grew up in our family, say when they're a member of the Chamber of Commerce or when they're part of a member of the bar. All right, or their father of the police. You don't see kids like that out in the streets like this.
So if the mountain biker falls in the forest, does anybody hear Lalo Espejo for News 5? Oh, Stuart.
Buffalo soldier, tread like a rasta. It was a buffalo soldier in the heart of America.
Now, where's that guy with the white hat?
Despite the weight of his 103 years, Michael Nemhart walks easily without fear among the thieves, muggers, and murderers. To straddle 100 years with one foot in the 19th century and the other at the end of the 20th is no mean achievement. To still be helping the young at an advanced and usually fragile age is not only remarkable, but inspirational.
It's a little sad for me knowing that my health isn't, up to mark because of the dust through the airs, because the older I get, the stronger I get mentally, wanting to do bigger things and plunge into different perspectives, it's kind of frightening knowing you're getting older and you're getting younger where art is concerned.
It's not easy, but you learn to try to live and to live with it. Oh yes, obvious. It's life, it's my life.
And welcome back. And of course, as was mentioned earlier in the show, the focus of this conversation is on the 5th annual Weekend Warriors Cross Country Classic. Joining us for this conversation is the chairman of the Weekend Warriors Cycling Club, Jerome Williams. We're joined by vice chairman of the Weekend Warriors, David Madrid. We're joined by Alejandro Morales of Caribbean Tires Cycling Team and Floyd Williams of FT Williams. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Morning.
Early mornings are always good for you guys, right?
Well, not because I have my coffee yet. So. It's like open your eyes, so I'm trying. I will open my eyes now.
I don't know why they didn't deliver that coffee to you. It's usually part of the package.
Not because they say I'm coming and open your eyes, so my eyes will have to be open. It's the best show in the morning, so you have to open your eyes to see it.
Nice. So we're talking about the upcoming race, but we also want to just get an update as to the Weekend Warriors Club itself and how things function. So let's start there.
Well, it had been in existence since about 2008, but they had some guys riding before that, but it officially became a club like in 2008, where a bunch of guys were just riding. Most of them were in Joak, a couple guys from Belize with Mr. Madrid here. He is one of the founding members, and they ride up and down and it gets a bit bigger.
Almost aimlessly.
Yeah, ride up and down, literally.
On the weekends, we need to get out of the house. Let's just go ride.
Get away from the wife, is that
that was basically the plan back then.
Mr. Madrid, is that the reason why you founded the club?
Don't answer that. Don't let William get you to answer that question.
The club was started basically by some guys that weren't good enough to ride for the Belize Cycling Association, nor did we have any intention of riding with them. So what we decided to do is to ride with people of our own caliber, where every weekend we'd put our little $5 in and we'd split it 3 ways, and we'd have 4 or 5 vehicles leading us. And by the way, at that time, the drivers were very respectful. It's not like it is now. They're not quite as respectful as they used to be. Maybe that's one of the important things that we like to bring forward, is that this Sunday we like to implore all drivers to be courteous to the racers out there. Not only to the racers, but guys like Floyd Williams and Alejandro. We all train early in the morning. And that's one of the emphasis we like to put forth, is that safety. There's a lot of safety issues. We got a $4,000 car versus a 15-pound bike. It just doesn't mesh with each other.
Yeah. Now, looking at the beginning of the Weekend Warriors, it's essentially what you all have described, where it was for persons who didn't necessarily want to compete in some of the national races that were taking place. It was more leisure and exercise, and for the love of cycling. What made you eventually move into having the competition tied in?
Well, it's basically, it's not that they really want to compete, just that they wanted to compete on a level where, where they can be, rewarded with hard work and effort. If you go, if they were going to the BCA, as they were called back then, they wouldn't have a stand a chance. you know. So they just form their own club, you know.
Is it more age specific in terms of the Weekend Warriors?
Yes, it is. In terms of we are of different age group. It really starts at you cannot really join the club if you're a very young rider. That's to start with. We actually have an age group. I think it's Jerome at 30 years old or older. I mean, we have riders all the way up to about 65 years of age riding at this time and competing at this time. Very competitive riders. And like I said, when it started, the goal was we couldn't keep up with elite cyclists, right? So we had to do what we could have. And I know when I started with Mr. Madrid, we were quite heavy people to start with. I've lost personally a lot of weight riding my bike. And I know it's the same for David.
Yeah, about 25 pounds.
Wow.
And my wife loves me more.
So she has no problem with you going on a long ride.
Actually, most of the riders who are married or have girlfriends support us 100%. This is such a healthy sport. It's not hard on your knees. It's safe. The riders are, you know, in the old days we would have barbecues, sometimes a couple beers after every race, talk. This is what the Weekend Warriors really is about.
So it's a bonding experience.
A healthy life, a happy wife. You know, I mean, even some of the guys, like some of the guys out there have their wives riding with the club as well. Like Floyd there, his wife is riding.
Rides with the club. She does pretty good. She's very competitive.
She's
an excellent rider.
They say you need to give her more credit. That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. You know, she's a very good rider. She rides. Actually, she rides in a category I would say that I ride in right now, which is a B category. She keeps up with every single move we do. She's right there with us. She trains harder than a lot of the guys does, and that's what makes her where she is at this time. And everybody knows her on the road that she's a great cyclist.
So let's talk about the categories, because I noticed you have a class A, a class B, a class C.
What's the differentiation?
Well, the class C is basically for like guys like 50 plus, but doesn't have that, like never been tested in races. It's like a novice. So you can be like 35 and be a novice, and you can ride in that category. So it's basically for the older guys and the novice guys. So that's like the class C.
If you've never,
so like if you come, then if you've never ridden like in a competitive event, or so we would put you there, and then you graduate. Then you would graduate up to like class B. So class B now, where you find like some of the little older guys, like about 45, between 40 to 45, 48, you know, and a little bit better than the C class riders, so they stay there. So then you find the class A, which is the most competitive class, where you find almost most of the Masters 4-5 that has ridden in the BCA in the past. That's where all these guys are, you know, that is where all these guys
Michael
came
Lewis
from.
doesn't come out and be a Weekend Warrior.
Yes, he is a member. He is a member. He is a member.
Don't be defeated.
But he can't. He's not at the level where he can dominate. That is why he's there in the club, because he's not like past when he was riding the cross country, where like, you know, he can just leave.
But he just completed the cross country.
He just did it for.
What's the longest ride that the Weekend Warriors go on a regular basis?
There is no limit to what we do. That's the truth. It's all up to us. It's the time you have to devote to training. Some of our riders, like in my club, I have riders at this time that they train for cross country. I had 2 riders that rode in the cross country this year. So they have the miles, they can do it. They probably can't compete at that level, but they can stay in the race and be very comfortable in it. So they do a lot of training. One of my athletes, especially, he does around he says around 5 hours a day he trains on his bike. So he spends quite a lot of time. He's retired, so he has the time to do it as well, no?
And that's what I was going to ask in terms of the mix of persons who are a part of the club. Is it all professionals who are kind of just fitting in this cycling, the hobby essentially, on the side, or is it also for persons who are 100% committed, spending a lot of hours on the road?
It goes both ways. We have ministers, We have attorneys. We have people who work for government. We have retired business people. It comes on all levels, because one thing with the Weekend Warriors, once you get on that bike, everybody's equal. There's no better, there's no worse. We have guys that make $100 a week that ride in Weekend Warriors. We have guys that like Santiago Castillo who makes millions. So
a week, wow.
A week. So no matter our level, we're all equal out there. Some have, are lighter, better physical abilities, but in the end, we respect each other. In the end, because our model is to finish the ride. You finish the ride. It doesn't matter whether you come in first or last. You finish
it's not
the
like
ride.
the cross country 30 minutes after it doesn't count.
No.
Well, the motto is it's not whether you can outdo each other, but try to outdo yourself. That's basically our motto. Everybody go out there. I mean, people, we try to give people prizes that just completes a race, or give them points just to complete the event. I mean, it's some of the events are hard. We have series races, which is like a minimum of 30 miles for the C and 40 miles for the A and the B. And then we have longer races, which is like the cross country coming up this Sunday, and then we have the New Year's Day Classic. We have 2-3 races for the year that is like 60, 70 miles long.
Yeah.
So this Sunday we will basically do like literally half of the cross country.
Now, I want to bring in Alejandro into the conversation in terms of putting together the Caribbean Tires cycling team.
Well, my experience with the club, first of all, is I think it's very interesting because 2 years ago, turning 40, the aches and pains started. It was getting there, and I just decided to buy a bike and start riding. I got myself a mountain bike, and I started meeting guys on the road. I used to go through the boom road. The same time I bought my bike, my other brothers bought their bike. So right now, the Valvoline team, sponsored by Caribbean Tire, we're all brothers riding.
Oh, nice.
How many people form your club?
My team right now is 4 of us.
Okay.
4 of us riding, and that's my experience. I'm trying to get physical, and from then to now to make it short, it's a huge improvement. I remember the first time I did my 30 miles from Sand Hill to Hattieville and back. When I reached back, I had to just lay down and sleep on the couch the rest of the day.
But let me ask you, because 2 years in the club, and you have, 2 years riding, I should say. What made you decide that rather than just a leisurely ride or trying to exercise via cycling, what prompted you to join the club?
Meeting the guys on the road and hearing their stories. And I believe other people hearing our stories as well, maybe get the interest. Maybe William can come one of these days and bring his bike out and get the interest to come.
He has everything to join the club.
It is a very wonderful experience being a part of riding in a whole, because of, there's nothing sweeter than waking up in the morning, bursting a sweat. You have to experience it to get the benefit of it. And like you ask, why competition? When we start riding as brothers, it's just normal. You go training, and at the end of the ride, everybody's pushing to be on the front to complete, and it's just a natural instinct, testosterone thing, just to challenge each other.
So the competitiveness just comes
natural.
out.
It's just natural.
And you all have your platform now on Sunday, as you have your cross country coming up. How long has your team been training for it?
Well, the beauty of the Weekend Warrior Club, it's a lifestyle. It's a habit. You wake up in the morning, you get up and train. To be able to win a race or to be able to stay in the pack, it's 3 days, 4 days a week. Get up in the morning, do a 2 hours or hour ride. So and it's constant. Every day, every week, you have to put in your training, or else you just get left behind.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get left behind.
To add what he said, there's up to yesterday there's 105 members in the club, which consists of 16 teams, different teams. You got FT Williams Jeffrey Tech, you got Truckers Passy, you got the Ride Bisabajid Rides and Stationer House Medinas, you have the Giselle 4G, Santinos. to name a few. So I'm, as the chairman, my job, because there's racers and there's riders in the club. Like, you know, if you listen to...
Which one you have more of?
Well, that's the thing. We have a mixture of both. I think we have like 50-50.
Your lucky balance is hard to get in clubs.
No, but that is where I come in. That is why they asked me to be the chairman. So my job is to let the two mesh together. Okay. We don't have like, okay, those races where, you know, everybody line up together, and then by the time the race starts, 5 miles in the race, all the riders is left to the back. That will discourage anyone.
Yeah.
You know, so my job is to let them mesh together and everybody go there and have fun and compete. So that is why we have the different levels. You know, so you ride in the C category for a while, you get fit enough, you get good, go to the B's, do them what you want, lift them and go to the A's and try to do them what you want. You know, that's the thing, you have to, we have to see a progression. Yeah. So that's my job as the chairman, to let the riders and the racers mesh together.
So how often do you all get together as a group, and how do you actually ensure that the riders and the racers, there's a happy mix between the two?
Well, we do what we call series races. We do 3 series races, which is, well, it started out with 5 races in 6 weeks. So you just take like 1 break. That's what how it started out. But over the years, you know, the guys have been racing a lot. So I think this year we kind of like ease off a bit, you know. But we do series races, which we have 3 series races for the year. Then we have the cross country, the time trials nationals, and the road championships, and the New Year's Day race. And then other than that, we do Sunday races to pick up, you know, when we don't have these major events. So we basically race a lot. Last year I could tell you we race a lot. We race almost, what?
40 races.
45 races for the year. So we have guys can't complain. And the beauty about it is that where there's so many people, you can take a break, you know, and come back, and you will still find the same camaraderie, the same.
Because we have to have balance with our families and our wives. We just can't leave them every Sunday. Unless you have a wife that gambles at the casino.
Or one that wants to go along on the ride.
Yeah, a wife that wants some embarrassed old men like us, then it's different. But it's a balance, because you don't have to race every race. You can go every other race. You can decide, I'm not going to go for a month and I'm going to train a little bit, come back in 2 months. So
that's the beauty of the club.
It's the beauty of the club where you join a team and he says, Neil, you got to get your butt in gear, you got to shape, you're going to race you every week. No, it's not like that. It's like, well, whenever you let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll support you.
You know, like when I go on the rides, this is my first year. I've just done 3 races already, along with my brothers and the team.
Win one.
Okay.
You know, you want to be the man, like when they would say the big man for this
C category.
I just started in C. Okay, that's right. You know, and taking out the family, I have my little girl. She's 5 and my little boy 3, and they come and they encourage you on, and it's just a joy being out there with the family and enjoying, you know, clean fun, healthy fun.
What's a normal route that you all take, and it's primarily Belize City based?
Well, majority of the riders is Belize City based, but we have riders on Cayo and Belmopan. We have a team, actually, Big Blade from Belmopan. And then we have a team, well, most of the riders are at Cayo, but they have a city team. So we basically do races where there's like, if you have people in Cayo, we kind of do races there, races in Belmopan. We haven't done much races up north, except the New Year's Day race, because we don't really have a team that side. So what we do, we try to spread it out. But we basically race all over the country. We race all along in PG. Every year we do the Tide Fest for like 4 years running. So we race all over the place, Corozal to PG.
So let's talk cross country so people can come out and watch. And
yes, come line the roadside like 8 deep.
Get the courage to join after. Yeah, so let's talk about the details of Saturday.
Well, we will have this will be the 5th.
Sunday, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sunday, this will be like the 5th year running for that particular event. Then we will have like leaving at 9 o'clock from Cotton Tree to Cisco Construction, because the guys, like I said, safety is one of the first things we do is safety.
Yeah.
So you see that where they're doing the construction, then the guys don't really want to ride through that. So we'll stop and finish at Leslie's Construction. You know, and then we will have the prize giving ceremony at Leslie's Import. Well, you will finish at Cisco. Then we'll do the prize giving at Leicester's Imports.
Okay.
So we have the C class leaving from Cotton at 9, and the B class leaving from Bowen Creek at 9:15 from the gas station. And then we have the A class leaving from Loma Los at 9. You know, and finishing, like I said, at Cisco. We are still looking for some sponsorship, but you know, we have a couple of prizes already. So.
Yeah. And there's a $20 registration fee.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the average time that it would take for the cyclists to come in?
Well, a race like this, we'll probably do something like about a little bit over 3 hours.
Okay.
For a race like this. But normally when you do like the series, which is like 40 miles, it's like going almost like an hour to, or like 1 hour 45 minutes to 2 hours. Okay. But a race like this, you'll be riding a little bit over 3 hours, you know. So we start at 9 when the sun is kind of like warm, so like by the time it gets hot, it's finished.
Yeah.
And for you guys, you'll all be competing?
Yes,
how ready do you feel at this point?
Event, so.
And who's the top team that we're looking out for?
Well, you're looking at the top team in the beach right here.
Ah.
Yeah, they have one of the riders that has the time
is
to
in
train.
B category. You guys are in B.
We have in all the categories,
categories,
A, B, and C. We have one of the better teams in the B category. Of course, I think since this year we've been winning all the races. Every single race we've won. I'm just being honest, right?
No. I mean it because you say it so casually.
Yeah, and in the A category as well, we have riders that can compete. Actually, we have two of the best. I would say probably one of the better riders in A. We don't have a big team in the A category. That's our issue right now. We have a very small team. In the B is where our bigger team is. Okay. And in the C, we have a very small team. We have a good team in C, but it's a very small nucleus. The reason we said that we have the best chance is we have riders that does everything. We have good sprinters in the B category. We have good pacers, and also we have an overall good team in terms of climbing, hill climbing. Because you see, the nature of cycling, you have to know the ability that you can handle. And some of us can't climb as good as some of us. Some of us are flat riders. Some of us are sprinters. For myself, I try to do all of them. I try to cover every single ground. I'm not good in climbing, I'll be very honest, but I can try to keep up with the better climbers. And at the end of the day, it's all about, like we said, camaraderie. So we want to be together. If I come in last, I'm happy with that.
You completed, yeah.
Still drink the same amount of beer at the end.
There is so much benefit, even though you just ride. I mean, it's priceless to have real good health. I mean, my brothers, they're over 50 years old, and I have to really dig in to keep up with them. And so the health that you achieve just getting out there, picking up that habit to ride, I mean, it's priceless. You don't need a trophy to get benefit. But joining a club like Weekend Warriors, meeting these guys, and developing that relationship is just awesome. Being out there, and it's just good.
For me, it's waking up in the morning because I'm 63. I'm actually the oldest member of the Weekend Warriors. Yet at this time in my life, I can hold on to the wheel of a young stud like this who wins it. So it's heartwarming. Although when I go home, like you said, my wife says, "Come on, no, honey, I need
a couple hours to recover.
A couple hours to recover because it was hot."
Yeah.
So as it is it's the point is that you can go out, you can do this, you can experience it, and whether I win or come in last, I'm happy for the people who won. I congratulate them. I'm happy. We conduct ourselves almost as professionals and good-humored people. We're not like the association on the other side where there's turmoil after races and during races. We conduct ourselves as we should. It's a joy for us to be out there.
It's a supportive organization. We can definitely tell that much.
Yeah. And it's like a non-profit as well. So how we get our funding is by the team pay their registration fee, and then you do the membership fee as well as the register to the race. And then we'll take that money and then we turn it over, and that's how we get like the prizes and stuff, as well as soliciting funds from different organizations.
So what are the prizes for the cross country?
Well, so far, like I said earlier, we are still soliciting some prizes. We had a nice prize from donated by Barrow and Company. They are donating for the top 5 in each class, from $100 down to $25 for each class in the top 5. Then we also got from Valvoline, which is my good friend here, company. They are giving us a change of $100 for the winner in the C category. Well, I wonder why he put it in the C, but that's another day. You know, that's
saying I'm writing
that's for another day. I mean, he specifically said what category, so you know. But you know, it's all in good fun anyway. I mean,
well, next year when he moves up to the B, it will be for the B category.
I don't think so. You know. But then again, you know, if we move to the B, I think because then that means he earned that right to be there.
No, I told him if I should win, I have to pass down the gift certificate to somebody else.
Yeah. And then we are still looking for some station prizes on the road.
Okay.
We just have a couple so far. So by probably Saturday, I guess everything should be set. Yeah. And then we have, like I mentioned, you have 16 teams. One of the teams in the club is Belcal. That's this is where the father of the cross country champion rides.
Yeah.
He's very competitive. He actually, I have the stats here, he actually came in second last year in 3 hours, 59 minutes and 4 seconds in a hot contested sprint with Barney Brown from Scotiabank.
And that's A?
So, yes, this is in the A class where this was really, I mean, it's like where we had like about almost 40 guys rode that race, just that particular segment. Yeah. So this race is kind of like, you know, we try to do it right after the Holy Saturday where we have that.
People in town.
Yeah, we have every story going on, so it makes it very special.
And any female teams?
Well, we don't have a female team, but we have a lot of female. We have like about 8 female riders in the club.
Okay, they're the team.
Yeah, within the club.
Females as equal.
Yeah.
We don't segregate them. They ride with us.
Okay.
We're going to have an
they ride with us.
By next year, we'll train.
Yes, man. Yes.
Right, Marlene?
As I said, we have space for you guys.
I don't see her saying yes, you know.
He loves to make commitments for me.
Yeah. But then this is one good commitment.
We never know. This
is one good commitment I think you would want to take.
Remember, it's all about health. That's why I got into it. It was I never thought that I was going to race because I was overweight. So I lost a lot of weight, and I'm saying I was over nearly close to 240 pounds. Wow. And so just biking got me into eventually starting to
and it's a great low impact exercise for people. Both for people who are getting older and probably having some joint issues, but also for people who are morbidly obese can also start off on a bike as well. So it's really something that we hope more people will join on to.
And that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
We're not going to say that we're looking for the nation to join the club, but we want more people to join.
There's certain people who will fit better with your club.
We have a sea rider who's 280 pounds.
Yep.
And we don't discriminate. I mean, we have Clear the Lancaster who likes to ride. Well, we have to drag him out. He's a little bit overweight. Not much because he's a minister. I don't want to. But we do have heavy people who come in and they don't have to be thrown to the lions. You know, with Mr. Williams. We can put them down.
That's why the Open Rise team, you guys have a competition where
we'll work
you
on
can compete, you know.
So, I can guarantee you he'll be in it next year.
Yeah.
Whether it will be a team, that's yet to be seen.
But you won't be the manager, right? You'll be a rider.
I could be a cheerleader, man. I could come on and root for you. I'm kidding. We'll see. But, you know, I think it's such a wonderful initiative, and you're right. For the health aspect alone, people should get involved, and it offers an outlet where you can kind of do things on your own pace, and with people who will support you and also compete with you, like in the cross country.
Yeah. Let me just say, like, back to the teams. There's one team in the club, Sagiton. We're headed by former cross country female champion, Ms. Zabane. You know, and she registered her team in the club, and then she brought 3 young ladies to ride in the club. So she's passing on that mantle because you know she's up there in age and she's up there in like so many years of racing. So it was really nice of her to bring these 3 young ladies from the Dung in Independence, and they ride and they're very competitive. I think one of them came in like what, 5th in the last race or something.
No, 2nd.
Or not in the Hills race. Third. You know, so and in the C category, you know, so it's. I mean, you know, it's good. It's good because she's preparing them for the female cross country coming up. So they get racing. Like I said, we race a lot. So if you want to get racing in, they come down here and then they race.
No, in one of the races, because they ride in C, right? In one of the races, I mean, we were going. It was from Democracia to Belize City, reaching Hattieville, and I'm looking on this young lady's face, and she's just relaxed, and I'm like blowing hard. And yeah, so it's very nice. I mean, getting out there and riding, you can only enjoy it and know it if you do it.
All right.
Well, we want to wish you the best come Sunday and encourage people to go out and support her as well.
So you should be coming in around midday.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, well, we will have music and we have food for sale and beers as usual, and just having a good day.
It sounds like people are riding this race for the reward of the beer at the end.
I think so. Well, that's it. Well, that's the thing. You know, you ride and
you've
then you
more
have
than
fun.
worked off the calories for it with that race.
That is right. So the beers go like this. So
one thing I would like to probably make emphasis on, besides the safety that Madrid mentioned earlier, and I'm listening to the cross country, the guys on the show and everything. I would like to, I don't know which ear it will hear, but what we really need, really need, just to give us 2 feet of road edge more when they build the road, to make it much more safe.
Like a cycling path.
Not a path, just make the road a little wider, a little shoulder on the road. My boss from Caribbean Tire, we did a ride from Cancun to Belize. Actually from Spanish Lookout to Cancun, the total distance we covered. And riding over there, they have the road and they have the edge of the road. They have a lot of traffic, but man, it was safe. And I mean, it's very envious to being back now. It's like you see the danger riding. You only have, sometimes there's no shoulder for you to edge on. And riding with these road bike, you cannot come off the road. If you come off the road and try to come back on, your tire is broken, and one of these wheels, they're very expensive. So, you know, it's not that for the driver, it's not that the rider don't want to come off. If you come off, you can fall and get hurt. You actually you can't come off the road.
I mean,
yeah, and with your cleats and everything, it's very challenging. So, I wish they could give us a little shoulder more.
Well, in the States, they have laws that you have to give a rider on a bike, whether it's a racing bike or a beach cruiser, 3 feet, or else you can be ticketed. I wish government would start to implement those type of laws, safety laws, because no cyclist should be hit by a car.
And we had some right before cross country. We had a couple of people hit. So
again, we want to encourage the drivers that when you hear the sirens coming, if you're coming in the opposite direction, pull all the way to the side, because we do let cars behind us pass, and they push us to the right to give them leeway. But sometimes when the cars don't move off to the right and their cars are passing, they're halfway in the middle and they come within inches or feet of us. And that scares us. It's very dangerous. So we would implore all riders to be courteous when they see us out there, or anybody on a bike, not only us.
All right. Well, gentlemen, we wish you all the best come Sunday, and we encourage people to please be courteous to the riders and also supportive. So thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you. It was our pleasure.
Thanks for having us to hear that.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, it's for the launch of a new music video. So stay tuned.